Alright guys, just like the intro said, we're going to take this vertical 60-gallon air compressor, we're going to hack it apart, we're going to lay the tank flat and make it a horizontal. The biggest problem is you just can't find any 60-gallon horizontal compressors anymore. So I got a limited space I can put it in, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, there's 4 stitch welds here, so just going to plan on being very careful and trim those, and go ahead and getting this saddle off and laying it on the tank in a horizontal manner. Alright, here's a quick look at it after I've cut them. What I'm using here is just a 5-inch grinder with a just a cutoff wheel. And try to zoom in here and take a good look at this cut. You want to be careful here not to get into the tank. That tank is certified, pressure checked. You don't want to have to start welding on the tank itself, so be careful. Alright, here's a look at the saddle with the compressor pump and motor on it. And then I'll give you a little view of the top of this tank and the 4 places it is welded. There you go. Alright, here's a quick look at what we got going on here. I just have the tank propped up with these 2x4s. I obviously got the feet cut off of it. It really worked out good because I didn't have to do any real trimming to these feet. Those radiuses fit right under the belly of the tank just like they are. So that worked out really well. And we're just getting ready to burn everything in. Alright guys, got everything welded on, got it all painted up, got it all plumbed. So this end of the tank was the top of it. I just want to go through the few fittings I did have to purchase. The only ones I did is these are compression fittings right here. So I had to buy 2 compression fittings, and then this is just 1/2-inch copper. I believe the ferrules are 5/8. I had to buy this little compression fitting right here that goes to this 1/4-inch piece. So this 1/4-inch piece will go through the center of the saddle and will come over here to the pressure regulator. Alright, here it is up on the catwalk. Just going to go over a couple things. Here is a switch I got wired into it so we can turn it on and off from the floor level. And then if you're wondering what all this green pipe is, it is just Schedule 40 black iron. It's got like this rubberized coating to it. Apparently they use it for underground plumbing. Alright, we got the laser pointer out here. This hose I'm pointing to right now is coming directly off the regulator on the compressor. It'll tie in right here. If you're kind of wondering what all this zigzag pipe is right here, after doing some research on the internet, somebody on YouTube has a pretty good video about this, but it's just essentially to dry the air. So the school of thought is as the air flows, it's hard to push the water and the moisture up. So it will continue to drip down to the lowest point. And so that's kind of thinking. We got drains on each one of these legs to drain off the moisture. We got one here, and then one to the right of that, and then one down a little bit lower. Alright, here's a look at the first outlet and the drain that sits under that. That's the third one in this zigzag here. From there the pipe's going to come across here. And it'll come down to the second outlet. So this will be outlet number 2 here. From there, it's going to go down T. We also have the drain here as well. This one that shoots off to the right will go through my bench, through the 4x4. And then it's going to come over here to feed the hose reel. There's also going to be a water filter and water separator in this area. To show you, give you a close-up of how I have all this iron hung. These hangers here are actually, let me bust one of these out real quick. I picked these up at Lowe's, and there you go. It's a conduit hanger, 1/2-inch conduit hanger, 49 100s, and they surprisingly hold quite a little bit of weight. I have one probably about every 24 inches, but there's a good look at what they look like not attached to the wall. So you just run a grabber screw right through this back hole. Obviously you want to find a stud on the back side of the sheetrock, and yeah, they worked awesome. Kind of holds the pipe away from the wall a little bit. Okay, here's a quick look. You can see a couple bubbles down there. That's about the only leak I had was with that regulator. It's a faulty regulator. I took it back and got another one. All the black iron fittings, surprisingly, didn't have any problem with those leaking at all. Here's a quick look at the legs I put on it with the rubber isolators. That fitting right there was where the pressure regulator did go. Worked out as a great drain.